Hello, my name is Elizabeth Sanchez, and today we're going to be learning about radians and degrees. Now, in order for us to start our lesson, we need to figure out how many radians is in one revolution of a circle. So, in order to figure that out, we see that one revolution of a circle is equal to 2 pi radians. Now, how many degrees is in 2 pi radians? Well, 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degrees. Now we need to figure out how many pi radians is equal to what degrees. So we just divide that by 2. Divide this by 2. And we get pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. Now, what if we're trying to figure out how many degrees is equal to 1 radians? Well, if we were to go down, we'll see that 1 radian is equal to 180 over pi degrees. And it's the same thing for how many radians are equal to 1 degree. Well, as you see, it's the opposite of 1 radian, which is pi over 180 radians is equal to 1 degree. Now, let's try with a few examples. We have 3 pi over 2 radians. Now, you see, we have our radians, and now we want to see how much that is equal to for our degrees. So, if we go back up, we'll see that if we're looking for degrees, we use the equation 1 radian is equal to 180 over pi degrees. So we'll equal that to 180 degrees over pi radians. Now, if you notice, we can cancel out the radians, and we can also cancel out the pi, which will be left over is 3 times 180 over 2. Now we use this to figure out how many degrees is in 3 pi over 2 radians. So 3 times 180 is equal to 540 over 2 degrees. Now, we can simplify this into 270 degrees. And this would be our answer. So now we know that 3 pi over 2 radians is equal to 270 degrees. Now, what if we're trying to find how many radians is into 15 degrees? So, this 15 degrees well, we're going to use the opposite equation that we used earlier, which will be pi radians over 180 degrees. As you see, our degrees cancel out, which is left with us 15 is equal to pi radians over degrees. So, then this will be equal to 15 pi over 180 radians. And we can simplify that to pi radians. Sorry, pi over 12 radians. Because if we divide this by 15, That'll just get us pi over 12 radians. Now, let's try another example. So our next example will be 60 degrees. Let's just use 60 degrees. Now, how many radians is in 60 degrees? Well, to figure that out, we need to equal it to pi over 180 degrees pi radians. Now, if we were to look at the equation, what do we see cancel out? The degrees. So degrees will cancel out, which is left for 60 is equal to pi radians over 180. Now we just multiply that to 60 pi over 180 radians. Now if we can simplify this by 60. So 60 divided by 60 cancels out, becomes 1. And 60 divided by 180 becomes 3. So now we have our new answer, which is pi over 3 radians. So 60 degrees is equal to pi over 3 radians. Now, let's look at our final example. For this one, we can use 7 pi over 4 radians. Now, how many degrees is into this? Well, we need to use the equation 180 degrees over pi radians. So, what cancels out again? The radians will cancel out, and so will the pi. So we're left with 7 over 4 is equal to 180 degrees. Now we just multiply across. So 7 times 180 is over 4 degrees. Now, 7 times 180 is equal to 1,260 over 4. We can simplify this by 4, which will get us 315 degrees. Well, this is all I have for today, and I hope you understand radians and degrees and how to convert into each other. Thank you.